it's Marvolo and welcome back to my channel. Right now I am in the car with Kat. Kat's driving, I'm not. No worries, I don't drive. Yeah, and so the unsturdy hand motion is because I'm not really familiar with vlogging and haven't done this in the car before, but hello. Right now we are headed to my favorite local piercing shop to get my nipples pierced. And I thought it would be cool to take you guys along with me because this is YouTube, and I mean, I've seen some videos of people getting their nipples pierced without censorship, but I really don't know exactly where the line is drawn there, so this is going to be censored, but I thought it would be nice for you guys to come along and see the experience anyways. So yeah. Welcome to Big Mac Daddy, is that his name?
Big Mac Daddy Clifford.
Yeah, welcome to Big Mac Daddy Clifford.
He's a big red...
He's not that big.
Okay. Well, he's a red Alero, and I don't know. When we first got him, we just thought Clifford the Big Red Dog. We both loved Clifford when we were kids, and so it was Clifford. And then we watched My Little Pony later on, and... yeah,
we were like, it's red. How can we incorporate Big Mac? We thought that it'd be cool to get, like, the green apple decals, like Big Mac has on his cutie mark on his flank. We thought that those would make cool, like, cutie mark decals for the car.
Still need to get those.
And then, I don't know, there's that song, I Love It When You Call Me Big Papa. And so I went with Big Daddy, and that's how we came up with Big Mac Daddy Clifford.
Yeah, somehow they all blended together pretty well.
Yeah. Anyways, we're just about there, so I'll see you all back inside of High Priestess. Alright, so I wasn't allowed to film in the shop, which sucks, so I wasn't able to get footage of my nipples being pierced. Damn it. I really wish I could have shared that experience with you guys, but oh well, I'm just going to tell you about the experience now. I went into the shop, picked out my jewelry, and sat down because I had a little bit of a wait. That gave me time to really work up my anxiety and nerves and really get worked up about it. So finally I get called back into the room, and I have Kat come with me, and the first thing I do is take off my shirt, take off my bra, and he cleans my nipples. Now this might be really awkward for a lot of people if you're not really used to being naked around strangers. I've been body painted a lot, and I deal with doctors a lot. I've had a lot of breast exams, so things like that to me don't really trigger any anxiety. They don't worry me. I don't know, it was just totally chill for me. But I do know, and I do remember thinking, in this situation, I know that some people, it might be really weird for them to have their nipples touched by a complete stranger. So obviously, if that's something that you're a little wary about, I would really think hard before choosing to pierce your nipples. So after that, he drew some lines with a purple pen or something to mark where he was going to put through the bars. I checked in the mirror, let him know whether or not I liked it, and it was pretty quick, pretty easy, and then he had me lay down. Now I know that there are a lot of different methods for piercings. Some people use clamps when they pierce nipples and other parts of the body. I have never had a clamp used for any piercing, and I'm kind of glad because that sounds a little bit scary actually. I think I'd be a little bit more scared if there were clamps involved, and I don't know why, but so I lay down to get the first one done, and that's always the hardest part of something like snake bites or my hip piercings or anything where you're getting two done at once. The second one generally will hurt worse. I find the opposite is true. For me, the first one hurts worse, and the second time I know what to expect, so it doesn't bother me as much. I had Kat hold my hand, and I'm like, oh my god, hold on, wait a second, let me... So I breathe a couple times, and I lay down, and he tells me when to take a deep breath. And for a piercing, I feel like these took longer than most other ones. Just maybe it's because it's a much thicker piece of tissue, the nipple, rather than like my lip or the earlobe. Like the nipple is a lot thicker. You know, when it went in at first, it didn't hurt super bad, and then it hit the middle, like the actual center of the nipple, like where, I don't know, the you can feel it almost pop. It goes through there, and that is like a stab, and then it's pressure again. I would rate the nipple piercing as a 7 out of 10 on the pain scale, and I am someone with a very high pain tolerance, so it could definitely be higher if you have a low pain tolerance. It was pretty painful, and while he was piercing it, I was like squeezing Kat's hand, and one of my legs kicked up, which he's used to. He was in a position where he just knocked my leg back down and did the piercing, but it was purely reflexive, and I made sure it didn't happen for the second one. Well, you have to make sure the nipple is like hard when you pierce it, because I don't know, there's more to pierce through, and yeah, I don't know the exact specifics of it, but anyways, the second one, I mean, it was the same amount of pain, but I was better equipped to deal with it, so that went a lot smoother for me. But yeah, it's definitely like a really strong pressure. It's almost like the feeling of, I guess, like probably a titty twister, or having your nipple pinched really, really uncomfortably hard, or bitten or something, except for when it gets to that center part. That is the most painful part of the piercing. So one thing I had been wondering was whether or not I would be wearing a bra afterward. I'm not the kind of person that really likes to wear bras, but the piercer said you do definitely want to wear a bra at least, like, every day, at least for the first week. The first time I tried to not wear a bra, I found out why. The chafing just made my nipples start bleeding and bleeding, and even when I had the bra on, there was a little bit of bleeding, but not nearly as much. Now there's just normal piercing discharge happening. I've been doing sea salt soaks twice a day, and they feel fine. My nipples are very sensitive. The sensitivity goes down and down every day. They're not so swollen anymore, but I have to wait a month before I can downsize my jewelry, because most piercers will pierce you with a bar that is slightly bigger than the bar that you will eventually be at, just because of the swelling after the initial piercing. I really like the way my nipple piercings are looking, and obviously I can't show you here on YouTube, but on my modeling pages on Flickr and Tumblr, I will be posting pictures in the near future of my nipple piercings, so stay tuned on particularly my Flickr. I will include the link down below. It hasn't been in my section before, but I will go ahead and add my Flickr now. I feel like I had more I wanted to say in this video, but I think that's going to be it. Let me know if you have any questions down in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching, and if you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe if you're not already, so you can stay updated for the next time that I make a video. I love you guys, and I will see you again soon.